one of the things I look forward to every year is our visit with NFL Network draft analyst Charles Davis, and he is here in studio with us, rather at the Combine with us now. I did want to start with this. Last two times a couple times ago we had you on, you were in an Axe Cap hat.
Yep.
Then you were in a Yellowstone Dutton Ranch hat. What are you watching right now?
Landman.
Landman. He's
good.
always ahead of the theme. He's always ready.
He's
Landman.
always ready.
Have you guys seen it?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, we both finished it.
Oh, my goodness.
So much fun.
Yes.
Right? It's so good we can even have an NFL theme with it.
We do. Jerry steals the scene.
Now, how good was he?
He's got to get an Emmy.
Give him an Emmy.
I'm serious.
John Hamm's like, I'm going to tap out to this. This is amazing.
Billy Bob, John Hamm in a scene, and
with Jerry Jones, and Jerry
crushed it.
Jones takes the scene.
Steals it.
See, Billy Bob's sitting over there like, I've been dominating this show.
That's right.
Been dominating.
I am the show.
Until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry.
You know? And for all of us who love Varsity Blues, Allie Larder.
Come
Oh,
on.
man.
Oh, we
What a
waited so
comeback.
long.
Right?
What a comeback.
I mean, how great was that?
She was
Mike?
throwing 110.
So there's no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's a tremendous show.
Paul Skeens is like, I think she's hitting higher on the radar gun right now than I am. So
There
anyway.
is no doubt. I got another one for you. Have you watched Severance yet?
Oh, yeah. I've not watched Severance yet. I was going to tell you Paradise is one that I've been watching. So
Okay.
if you guys
We
want
noted.
to check
Second
that
time
one
I've
out,
heard
let me
that
know.
this week.
Noted.
Yeah, noted.
Let me know. I need to check out Severance, though.
It's
I heard it's really good.
It's one of the best shows I think I've. There has not been a time like I've enjoyed Landman thoroughly,
Right.
and it's fun. It's popcorn.
Right.
I think about this show when
so
I'm not watching it
Ah,
because it
now
is.
That's a great endorsement right there.
It's incredible.
Okay, so after the draft,
Yes.
that's
There
when
you
we
go.
dive in.
When
Beginning
you
of May,
watch the
I'm in.
season 1 finale, when
Okay.
you're done, please just
Call
text
you?
me.
All right.
Or you call me, even
I'll
better.
text you.
Either way. Either way.
I like it.
In
Yes.
your draft analysis, where does the Combine sit in terms of what you believe the Combine, and then where you get by the time we get to the draft?
You know, it's funny. The Combine I think sometimes it takes an unnecessary beating. I think it got to be in vogue that the Combine was really overrated, and it's the underwear Olympics, and it's this, that, and everything. And I get where people are coming from. At the end of the day, the tape should win. But there's also, you have to remember when you're watching tape, the people you're evaluating are not always playing against NFL people. It's not apples to apples.
Correct.
All right? I was a decent college player. I didn't make it in the NFL. So if you're evaluating someone against me, that's not a good evaluation. Now, some of my teammates, that's a real good evaluation because they made it in the NFL, if you understand what I'm saying.
Course.
So here, it's everyone against everyone in the same condition, at pretty much the same time, in the same drills, with the same eyeballs on them. And yes, there are going to be guys that opt out and they'll do the pro day and what have you. But for the most part, you build that good baseline, you get to see it, and you have to see if that stuff matches up to what you saw on tape
Confirmation.
when he beats someone up on tape or he runs by someone on tape. A wise person said to me years ago, Mike Mayotte, he said a lot of what the Combine is, it confirms what you thought, and it also will lead you back to the tape if you have questions.
Yeah.
That's what he said. That's what a lot of what you get out of the Combine. And Mike's one of the smartest guys I know and a phenomenal evaluator. And I try to listen occasionally.
Yeah, it certainly is a good thing. I did a lot of listening yesterday, and I'm better for it. I certainly enjoyed that. When you think about, you talk about that aspect of it, and then there's another aspect of it, and it's the conversation you had with Greg Cosell yesterday, for you talking to people around the league,
Yes.
talking to people whose opinions you also respect. Hey, did we see this the same way? Is that information side of it, and not just for evaluators, but for the actual teams themselves, almost as big of a deal as everything that happens that's on camera for the world to see?
I think it is. I think for a lot of the scouts, cross-checking and doing things of that nature. But you also have the ones where you have such conviction on a guy, you don't want anyone else to know it.
Yep.
Just how much conviction you have. Jay Cutler, remember when he went to Denver? They never worked him out.
That's something.
They didn't even meet with him
Didn't need to.
because they knew what they wanted. They didn't want anyone else to know.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's less of that nowadays than
Yeah.
there was, but there's still an element of being very careful about just who you're sharing info with and what you're listening to. And I liken it to a golf swing. Now, my golf swing's not the greatest in the world, okay?
I find that hard to believe. To be
Oh,
honest with
trust
you.
me.
I
Trust
really
me.
do.
If you see me swing it, you'll go, oh, okay, I'm convinced.
Okay. All right.
But when I talked with people who are in the golf world, but which I used to be in way back when I worked in it, they were always talking about if you're a player, you have your swing coach, but you don't have multiple swing coaches. Because if you have multiple swing coaches, you're going to do it multiple ways.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now you're just screwed up. It's one way, same thing. Or when you're coaching, how are we coaching this quarterback? Everyone better be in alignment, better be saying it the same way and the same time and the same area. Otherwise, you're messing the whole thing up. That's why, as much as Carson Wentz takes grief now, his development early was exceptional.
He's on his way to being the MVP of the league before he got hurt against the Rams.
If you go back, Doug Peterson was a head coach, quarterback guy. Frank Reich, offense coordinator, quarterback guy. John DiFilippo, quarterback's coach, and all of them coached him with the same language, the same stuff, and what have you, and it was really working. He doesn't hurt his knee in Los Angeles against the Rams. He's the MVP that year, and who knows what happens.
That's the thing. It's the circumstances these guys find themselves in that's so critical. We're sitting there at number 2 in this draft. Most people think it's going to be a quarterback at number 2. The two guys who are mentioned most are very, very different in terms of the way they go about their business. How would you, if you were in the position that Andrew Berry is in, to pick a quarterback at 2, how would you weigh potentially maybe somebody who's maybe a better scheme fit, maybe that would be Shedeur, versus someone who maybe has a little bit more upside? What would be more important to you?
I don't worry about scheme fit as much because I believe my coaching staff is going to fit the scheme to the talents of the player or tweak it to the talents of the player. So I don't worry about scheme fit. And in Cleveland, I definitely don't worry about it because I have a ton of confidence. And you guys know I'm not saying this because I'm just sitting here with you. I've said the same thing for multiple years, and I stand by it. I have a lot of confidence in Andrew Berry. I have a lot of confidence in Kevin Stefanski. So I don't worry about those two at all and worry about what we're going to do there. I want the player that's going to fit best with my team and best as leading my team. The person I'm going to be comfortable with. That's why I think these personal interviews for both of them are going to be absolutely what teams decide about why they like them one more than the other. I really do. I don't think the athleticism of Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders being more technically proficient will be much of the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Now, some teams may go, well, I'm a little risk averse, and if that's the case, then Cam Ward may not be your guy. But what I would point out to them is, hey, maybe you go through a few things with them, and then you get Josh Allen in an MVP year.
Yeah.
Because how many times did you watch Josh
right.
and you're going, okay, I did it. He didn't do it this year, did he? The wild horse caged it in, but was still – oh, my God. He was War Admiral, man. Now, if you guys don't know who War Admiral is, War Admiral is who Seabiscuit beat in the match race. War Admiral was the Triple Crown winner, and no one thought he could beat him. So I told my guy, Randy Moss, not the great receiver. Randy Moss, the horse guy, Triple Crown horse guy. Of course. Randy Moss that guy's so smart. I will call him from time to time. I say, Randy, I got a guy. He does this, 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 and this. And he goes, okay, he is this horse. Right? So I was using War Admiral. I said, hey, Josh Allen, War Admiral. He goes, yeah, I get it. He goes, but Charles, War Admiral was, like the 30s or the 40s or whatever it was. I said, why don't you get a little more contemporary? I said, okay, well, who is he? They said he's Justified. 2018 Triple Crown winner.
There you go.
That's Josh Allen right now. If you worry about all that all the time and you don't think you can coach him to get better, then maybe you don't have the right people in place. That's not the case in Cleveland. So I'm not worried about that.
So you say get the best ball of clay.
Get the best ball of clay, but the ball of clay that you as a staff and an organization are comfortable with, that he's going to be my leader and my team is going to gravitate towards him. That's what I have to have. I don't know either one of these young men well enough to say one way or the other. I just know that when I turn on tape and watch them play, I was like, I'll take those two. I'll take either one of those quarterbacks because I think they're really good players.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. That's what we want. That's really where this organization is right now. And you have that opportunity as a life raft to be picking second.
Yeah, and listen, Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, the Browns, they're going to do their homework on this. Based off of what has happened with the free agent signing of Deshaun Watson, this is crucial, right? If you're going to indeed go quarterback, it is absolutely crucial. There can't be a miss on this one.
Not just saying it, easily one of our favorite guests. We got a Landman,
we
got an Alley Larder, we got a Varsity Blues, we got a War Admiral, we got a Justified.
How about that?
That's versatility.
And we have the Severance to look forward to.
We've
got it all. And we've got quarterback conviction. Let's go. We got everything we wanted. Check all the boxes.
You guys going to check out Paradise?
Paradise.
Noted.
It's going to be good.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks
Always
for
great to
everything.
see you.
Great to see
Charles
you guys.
Davis, NFL
You're the
Network,
best.
joining us.